Hello friends, this video on number part 1 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Topics to be covered in this lesson are introduction, singular and plural number, how are plurals formed. Now we often hear about singular and plural number. Now today let us see what exactly are numbers and why do we need them. So here on the screen we see this little boy with a muffin. Now, the boy is kind of okay because he has one muffin to eat. Now, if we give this boy a lot of muffins, like here you see, he doesn't have one, but he has many muffins. So just look at his excitement when he has so many of them, right? So how are these two scenarios different? So in the first scenario, the boy just had one muffin. But in the second scenario, he had more than one muffin. He had maybe, right, if we exactly count them, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He has some 8 muffins. Now, there is a difference, right? In the first case, there is one. In the second case, there are many. So how do we differentiate between the two? So when there is just one, we say it's muffin. The boy has one muffin. But when he has many, we say the boy has 8 muffins. So how is muffin and muffins different? Muffin represents one. Muffins represent many. And this many could be 2, 10, 20, 200 or 2000. Right? And that is where number comes into picture. So number always tells you whether it is one or many. So that is the simple distinction which is given by numbers. And again, when we talk about numbers, numbers are always of nouns. Like nouns have number because nouns are mostly about things, right? What is noun? It's about a person or place or thing. So basically, it's like countable things mostly. Even if not countable, but mostly nouns are objects or persons or animals or places. So whenever you are talking about multiple people or you are talking about multiple places or multiple objects, you need the plural form of noun. So this number concept is for nouns. Now let us quickly see what is a singular number and what is a plural number. Now that's quite simple. So single means one. And that's why the name singular number. So noun that denotes one person, place or thing, that is singular number. And the noun that denotes more than one person, place or thing. So I think it is a typo. So the noun that denotes many people, places or things, that is plural number. So it's very simple. Singular, single. So it's for one. But plural means many. That's one very simple way to remember this. Okay, so now let's talk about examples. Now there could be plenty of examples. When you have one pencil, it's pencil. What is this? This is pencil. So pencil is the singular form of noun. But instead of that, when you have many of them, then it becomes pencils. Similarly, when you just see one girl dancing, so she is a girl. But when there are many girls, then it is girls. So girls is the plural and girl is the singular. So this is like the very basic of singular and plural number. Now let us look at some more examples. So as I said that if she is a girl, when we have many of them, then it becomes girls. If she is a lady, when you have many of them, it is, so here is a trick, slightly different. It is again ladies, but you know the spelling is slightly different. It becomes IES. Like here, we just added S after the singular form. For example, pencils, girls, muffins, all that we had to do is just add S at the end of the word. But in case of ladies, what we did was we replaced Y with IES. So which is something different that we did here. Now if we look at more examples, for example, here the singular form is thief. But when you have many of them, it becomes thieves. Now just observe the pattern here. Again, in this case, the F is replaced with VES. So that is again something different. So just look at these examples. In case of girls, we just added S. In case of ladies, we replaced with IES. In case of thieves, we replaced with VES. Now let us take one more example. So here we see a scarf. So a single scarf is scarf, but when you have many of them, it becomes scarves. So here again you see it's quite simple. We just added S at the end, right? Now, the question is, like, till now we were thinking that singular plural is a very simple thing. All we need to do is just add S at the end of the singular number and you get the plural form. But that is not the case. That's what we understood with these 4 examples. Sometimes we add VES, sometimes we add IES, sometimes we add simply S. So, but how do we know where to add what? So that's the most tricky part of this lesson. And that is why I told you that singular and plural number is something which we might have been studying since we were kids. But for a lot of us, we are not very clear about these concepts, like how are the plural numbers formed, right? So that is what we will look into in this lesson at a deeper level. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com for free quality education. You can learn with a simple 4-step learning process wherein you can watch video lessons, you can ask your questions, you can refer notes, and you can take a free online test. We have content for class 6 to 12 on physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology along with practical videos. So please subscribe to our channel for daily updates. Thank you.